You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by vanhalenstore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Tuesday evening to you all. I think I can hear myself. How's everybody doing? Welcome to EVH Gear TV. We are live for a part 2 of We're Getting Pumped Up for NAMM. And as I told Eric Jr., it is 1 week from tonight, and it's our last sleep before NAMM. Remember the kids, it's like one last sleep before Santa Claus gets here? That's kind of what it's like for us. So a week from tomorrow, we're heading out very early in the morning, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, to catch a flight to get to Los Angeles. So it's going to be a fun week, and to share some excitement, talk a little bit about NAMM, and a little bit of some guitar playing. Just watch a great live stream just a few minutes ago with Guitar Hack and our resident friend Quentin James. I think he's here as well tonight in the chat. It's going to have some fun, talk some NAMM, and play a little bit of guitar. And I'm kind of in the PV spirit tonight. An old shirt that is barely hanging on. It's a bunch of pieces of lint holding hands. That's what this shirt is. Sandra Lee always says, you got to throw that shirt out. It's old and it's stained, but it's an original 5150 PV. Where's this? There it is right there. So I can't get rid of it. And I'm playing a PV Wolfgang tonight. Nice to have you all here. This guitar is a nice playing guitar. Every once, sometimes that song I was just playing a minute ago, Runaway, I'm definitely not a guy that can get those exact wild squeals. But when I get him on that song, I really like him, so I'm doing that riff, right? When I'm trying to show you now, I can't do it. And the funny thing is, I always play with Dava picks. These are my favorite picks by far. I love these picks. But to get that pick squeal, I can't do it. I can only get the pick squeal with the EVH, those thin gray deal things. And like I just said a second ago, I couldn't get it. There we go. When you get it, you feel it. You don't even have to hear it. You just feel it. Let's say hi to a bunch of people in the chat. We're going to have some jams and some NAMM talk, whatever. If you guys want to ask me any questions for NAMM, or if there's anything you would like to see me cover at NAMM that I'm not already covering, I'll be more than happy to try my best. We are there from Wednesday through Sunday. And pretty much right out of the hop, right out of the get-go, we get to the hotel, unpack, kind of get all of our electronics and stuff all taken apart, and, kind of an inventory check. We're pretty much at the Gibson VIP event that evening as well, too. So it's going to be bustling busy from the minute we get there. Quentin James is here. Just mentioned Quentin, FNF Gamers, Jim Dales. FNF Gamers says, sounds great. Brian Cote, thank you. Good sound. He says, Robert Apple's here. Hello from Philadelphia. Sale Velez, nice bro. Robert Apple, the Wolfgang sounded great. Thank you. Gussie Wells, Chugga. Brad Miller, very nice. Max Carton Guitar, some tasty tones. Eric, love the old band stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that immensely. Gussie Wells says, great audio. Got to do how to do a video on great audio. Yeah, I can try to do that sometime for sure. Gussie says, got to be careful. I might re-injure my neck. Rick Hyatt says, you're sick man tonight. Harmony is here. Nice to see you, Harmony. Scotty G Productions. Stephen S. Let's continue on. So this is where the heavy dudes hang. That's from Gussie Wells. Brian Cote. Yep. Let me see here. Am I missing anything else? Sean Close is here. Nice to see you, Sean. And Max Carton Guitar, I'm really, really happy I found your YouTube channel. I love your stuff on Helix and Stomp and things like that as well too. I've got to check out your latest one that you just posted, I think today. I want to go back and check that one out. Motor City Axeman is here. Very nice to have you here. Let me see here. I'm going to try another really fast one here in a second. Let's highlight here. Gussie Wells says, cool playing, Eric. Thank you very, very much. I'll try to come back to that. Let's tune up. This guitar is a nice playing guitar. All right, let's try some fantasy. How about that? Here we go. Let's have some fun. Warming up a little bit. Here we go. Godspeed. So there you go. That was Fantasy. That's a fun song to play. I really like the wah pedal on that one as well too. And what you're hearing tonight is all Helix, 100% Helix, using the Mission Engineering Expression pedal to control a wah. And I think I'm using either a Weeper, which would be like a Crybaby, or I'm using like the Vox V847, whatever that is. But it's kind of nice wah to it. And a couple of people asked me about that too, how I turn my wah off. So what I do is I have it set so as soon as I bring my wah back, anything less than like 0.5% of the way engaged, in about 3 milliseconds, maybe it's more than that, maybe it's like 30 milliseconds, it'll disable itself. So watch this, I'll put the wah at fully engaged. Okay, I'll lock it back, take my foot off of it, and it just turns the wah off. It's really, really cool that way without having to go to a button and step on the wah, because my mission engineering doesn't have the toe switch. So that means I have to have another way to disable the wah. And it would kind of suck to have to jump over to a button and step on that to turn it off. So I just have it auto disable after a few seconds. And you have to experiment with that a little bit, because sometimes maybe, you know, that 30 milliseconds may not be long enough. You don't want it too long because you don't want it to be engaged in a wah when you're getting back into some chords and things like that as well too. Let's continue on with the chat here. Quentin James says, hey kids. Harmony says, smash that like, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. R2R3 is here. PGH bottom feeders, play some Metallica. You know what? I'm not going to play too much because I don't want to get dung for copyright, but I'm sure I could get a nice, whoop. Get a nice clean tone there. I used to love, can I still do it anymore? Let me see, go back here to, I don't remember that one anymore. That was one of my favorite, that and the Four Horsemen. I won't do too much Metallica. I don't want to get, first of all, I can't play it very well, and I don't want to get dung for copyright. How about some zoo animals? All right, let's continue on. Scotty G. Let me see, Gussie Wells. Continue on here. Rick Hyatt. I scrolled too fast here. I saw a comment from Rick Hyatt and I missed it. Let's go back up a little bit. You know what I'll do there? He says, oh, hang on. Man, I scrolled too fast. Okay, let's go back. And I see another comment I have to address for sure because this is very, very cool. Actually, they're all cool. Okay, let's continue on here. Rick Hyatt, can't wait for NAMM Guitar Brothers for sure. Looking forward to NAMM. It's just so close around the corner. I'm literally all packed, completely all packed. The only thing we have to pack is clothes. Obviously, we're not going to pack that before, but all the gear is packed. I wanted to travel light, but I just can't travel light. I was thinking about renting some camera gear down there, and that's not going to work either because I'm shooting at Anaheim, obviously, and then I have to fly out to, well, not fly, but drive out for 4.5 hours out to Paso Robles or whatever you call it out there, which is outside of Anaheim, quite far to go do the Gary Kramer shoot. And it's just, I want to travel as light as possible, but I'm just not going to be able to do it. So I have to bring all my gear, and that's going to cause a little bit of weight, but all packed, all gear's packed. We can't wait to go, man. It's going to be great. Continue on the chat for a second here. Access Mario's here. Going to be seeing him at NAMM. It's going to be great. Can't wait to finally meet you in person. Guess who else? I'm out of place with my Les Paul Custom. Les Pauls. I can't wait to own a Les Paul one day. I've never owned a real true Gibson. FNF Gamer says, what do you like better, the tone of a PV5150 or the tone of a Plexi cranked up and starved voltage? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If it was Eddie Van Halen playing it or somebody that could really play one of those Plexis really, really good, I would love to hear that cranked up. But for me, I have to have the gain. It's just, I'm a kind of a one-trick pony, not afraid to admit it. I like to have my gain, my reverbs, my delays. So I have complete admiration for like these young kids out there like Jacob Draps and other people out there that can really rock these Plexis and sound amazing. So for me, I guess I'd probably go with like a PV or an EVH just because I could probably sound a little bit better on that. But hats off to those people that can make the others sound better. Guess who else? Enjoy Eric's stream. Cool, bro. Thank you. Cutter Savage is here. Nice to see you. Let's continue on to Early Kit In. Brad Miller, you're certainly a VIP. Thank you. Motor City Axe, man. Sounds great, Eric. Thank you, Rick Hyatt. And I saw a comment here. Let's continue down. Metal Stage is here. Sinners here. Says hello, Eric and all. R2R3 Lockdown. Eric, does your PV Wolfgang have a brass block? Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Fully futoned. Everything I have here in the entire studio is fully futoned. For those of you that don't know what that is, Adam Reaver, fu-tone.com. The only upgrades I'll ever use on a guitar. Other companies have it, but I only deal with Adam. I've got this stainless steel lock nut screws. I've got stainless steel saddle mount screws, stainless steel string locks, titanium string lock blocks, and of course the big brass block. So I mean, it just makes this thing sing. The harmonics jump out of this guitar. There you go. Love it. Cutter Savage says, looking forward to the Kramer home tour. So yeah, we've got the entire script written for that. Those of you know, when I do stuff, I put a lot into it. I've already got the script shot for the Kramer shoot, obviously leaving some room for ad lib and improvisation. I've got a complete mandatory shot list done. We're going to be shooting with drones, 4K drones, flying over the property, multiple handheld cameras. It's going to be insane. We're going to be shooting, obviously, the interview inside the guitar museum, the wine tasting area. It's just going to be crazy. And I really, as excited as I am looking for NAMM, it's almost like it's like NAMM Part 2 and even cooler going out to Gary's house. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's immediately after. And the cool thing is we're making the trip with Gary himself Sunday morning, 4.5 hours driving with Gary Kramer. So I've got the GoPro, gonna stick it up in the windshield and get some, some stuff from the road. That's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. Getting to play one of Eddie's 5150 guitars at Gary's. That's going to be pretty awesome. Actual guitars. It's going to be pretty awesome. And Junior get to play one of the very first Travis Bean prototype bass guitars. Bean, the aluminum neck, the whole works. It's going to be pretty cool for him as well, too. It'll be really cool for him. Let's continue on. Green Street is here as well. Green Street Recycling Man. Pusa Studios says, hello, EVH Gear TV Network. And yeah, I'm on their show tomorrow, and I got to double check. I think can you comment in the chat and let me know if it's 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow or 8 p.m. Eastern? I totally forget, but I'll share that on all of our networks as well, too. So this is going to be a weird one for me. I'm going to be a guest over on another channel, and it's weird. You get totally out of your comfort zone when you're not on the microphone and controlling all this stuff yourself, which is a blessing to not have to do that. But then you feel out of your comfort zone. So maybe I'll play with some buttons and stuff, just make me feel like I'm doing something, and I won't be so nervous. But I'm on their show tomorrow. They have a great channel, another fellow Canadian husband and wife team, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. A little nervous, but I'm really looking forward to it. Just let me know what the time that is tomorrow, because I forget. Sean Close says, this is my most favorite channel ever. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm going to highlight a comment here. I'll try to go down a couple more. Max Curtin says, thanks, Eric. I need to upgrade my production game. No, you don't. You're doing a great job. We can always do better, but always have pride in what you do as well, too. Just like me as well, too. This year, I'm changing the entire set again. Nocturnal Butterfly or Sandra Lee, as some of you know her. We're planning on changing the whole backdrop again. We've made quite a few strides since we started. I mean, I look back at some of my old videos, and it was kind of embarrassing. I thought more was more, so I had like every Van Halen shoe, I had every container of Van Halen picks, and it was it's embarrassing, but I still keep them on there because you know what? There's actually Pusa Studios will probably know this because they're photographers. There's a person that really influenced me on YouTube, but influenced me more as a photographer is Jared Poland, who goes by the name Frono's Photo. And when I was doing, looking for camera comparison reviews and things like that, he really inspired me. And he didn't show me, but he showed his audience, his subscribers. So let's change another camera. Let's go back over here for a sec. All right, there we are. He showed his audience his very, very first, it was a lens review. So he had about 5 or 6, 8 Nikon lenses in front of him. And he's looking at the camera and he's positioning these lenses. And you could see him going like, he's moving some stuff, and he was nervous, very, very nervous. And he's like, okay, move this lens over here. And then he starts talking, and he's like, all the ums, and, and I still do that too, as well too. But he was really struggling, and he said he kept that on his channel forever, and he would probably love to delete that video because it embarrasses him now, because he's gone leaps and bounds from where he was as, a starter. But his point was, we all start somewhere, right? So always keep your worst moments, unless, of course, you say something that's inappropriate or something like that, then delete that, of course. But keep your worst moments to make you appreciate your better ones. And again, like I've gone back, sometimes I'll see comments come on YouTube, and I try to reply to everybody's comments as much as humanly possible. Almost every comment I will reply to while I can, before it, you know, grows to the point where I just can't do it. But I'm going to keep trying until that day. And sometimes I'll get a comment and it takes me back to an old video, and I'm kind of like, oh, geez, I'll gladly give you an answer on this, but please don't make me watch this video again. And it's funny, you know, like this bad lighting, and I struggled with that for the longest time. And that's one of the things about my look as well, too. My show is always going to be a bit of a dark look. I like it kind of the dark thing. I mean, I've got killer LEDs, but they're not even turned on right now. I'm not talking about those colored LEDs you see in the background. I've got lights that you could see from space, but I like to keep it kind of dark here. It's just my look. So let's continue on with the chat, and we'll do some more playing. Actually, maybe we will do some playing, and then we'll do some more talking. How about that? All right. And the early kit in says, what I'd get to play guitar. This is great. You know what? Grab a guitar, go down to the local store, pawn shop, or whatever, buy a cheap guitar, something that's comfortable to play, and just watch some YouTube videos, learn a few chords. Whatever you want, learn a few chords and play and have some fun, and you'll be off to the races in no time. Just don't put any unrealistic goals on yourself. I always look at guitar playing as like playing golf. I like to play golf. Haven't played it many years. But I look at it as a beginner. Golf to me is a beginner's luck game. To me, it is. Like, I would go out to play golf and I would do pretty good, just because I didn't set, you know, unreal expectations on myself. I didn't want, let's say it's a par 5. I didn't want to get like an eagle on the first time I played, you know, a game of golf. I would like, maybe I could hit 4 over par on a par 5. So I'm going to take 9 strokes to get to the hole. And I might even take 13 maybe. But the thing is, if you set those goals for yourself, the next time, say, maybe I could be 3 over next time, 2 over next time. And then one day, all of a sudden, you know what? I hit par on a par 5. That's a pretty cool thing. That's what it is with guitar. If you put those things on yourself, always challenge yourself, but give yourself realistic expectations. So there you go. All right, what can we play that's going to be some kicking stuff? How about we do this? How about some Fall Silent? This one's a fast one. All right, mute my mic. Here we go. fun. That was fun. That's Loaded Gun. A lot of you guys probably know that one from, I used to use that as the intro to the show. And a fun little side note of that one, that was actually used in a movie called A Case of Deceit. It was very, very cool. We got to two of our songs, that one and Pass You By, which I'll probably play for you here in a little bit, was featured in that movie. Pass You By was featured in the end credits, which was very, very cool. We got to take that in the big, film festival in Toronto. Got to go down and watch the movie on the big screen and hear our music in the movie. And that was a really cool moment. Never forget that moment. Very, very cool. Let's go over to a nice clean patch. Let's play some super clean while we read some more chat. This one patch, I use 2 presets on my Helix like all the time. Literally all the time. I like this one with a delay here. Throw on some vintage digital. I love this. Swell delay as well on top of that. Let's try that. So now we got 2 delays. It's gonna get kind of crazy. That's all I can do there without copyright. So let's try that again. Busy, but I like it. Take off the vintage swell, and I've got this tremolo on here as well too. Tremolo, very subtle panning tremolo. Screens, you can see what I'm doing a little bit more. Try that again. I kind of get lost in that sound. You know what? Actually, let's try one of my songs I've been working on since like 1987. 88. This is a song called Dreams. I kind of like this one a lot. I'm going to finish this one of these days. Let's get rid of the tremolo because it's too much. That's going to make you guys get vertigo or something. Show you what I used to do. I go into this really heavy thing from there, but I've changed it a lot as I've kind of matured somewhat, I guess, in my playing. So I used to do this, and I kind of like the old riff. Okay, so I've changed that, and I'm kind of still keeping this predominant. Okay, so if I remember it now, it kind of goes like this. Sorry, try that again. Then it goes in something like this. All right, so we got a bunch of questions in the chat. I know I'm way behind, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna continue on with that. Gussie Wells, happiness is warm. Guitar Jim Dale says, hypothetically, just for a laugh, you meet Eddie Van Halen in California with you and Eric Jr. He offers you and your son any guitar in his collection. What are you and Eric Jr. choosing? Okay, so hypothetically, which camera am I on? This camera. The Frankie, the red, white, and black Frankie for sure. But I don't think that's going to happen. But that's what I would take. I think I would take that one. Or 5150. Frankie, I probably would never play it because that's not a really good playing guitar. I'll be honest with you. That's not a good playing guitar. Plays great for Eddie. But the 5150 is a playing guitar. I would probably put that up on the wall and I would play it once in a while. Frankie, I would just put in a vault. So good question, Jim. Sean Close, sickness, Rick Hyatt, sick tone, bro. Thank you. Appreciate this very, very, very much. Gussie Wells has a possible great audio. Need to know. It's like the Colonel Sanders secret recipe. I will give little snippets here of my Colonel Sanders secret recipe over time. Yes, Max Carton says, are you using the stereo detune trick on this, Eric? Yes. For Helix users, use stereo detune. That's the secret to Eddie's sound. I'm pitch changing left and right, probably somewhere around, I'm going to say minus 9 cents left, positive 9 cents right. But whatever you choose for the Helix users, whatever you use left, do the exact opposite right. So anywhere between minus 5 on one side, all the way down to minus 11. The more you go extreme, the more heavy that chorus effect is going to be. So I like it somewhere between 5 and 7-ish, maybe 9. And then also worry about where your mix is as well, too, because your mix can be overpowering. And I almost think on my distorted channel that my mix is a little too thick on that. So I'll show you without the pitch detune. I put the pitch detune on. So that's really good for like... And I mean, I can go from regular Van Halen to modern Van Halen, old Van Halen to modern, just with this one preset and just kick on pitchy tune. I put in the pitchy tune. So cool. That's a long answer to that question for Max Carton. And Max Carton will do wonders because he's got the HX Stomp and he's probably got Helix as well too. Gussie Wells says huge is an understatement. Sean Close, your music is available for purchase. Yes and no. It used to be on iTunes years ago, but now I have it as a download via my Patreon, patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. The link is in the description. You're going to even see a commercial at the end of this broadcast about it. It's pretty cheap, a couple bucks, and you can actually get the digital download of 2 albums. Nocturnal Butterfly, who's in the chat now, she'll post. Well, I don't want to put pressure on her. Maybe she can post a link to it, whatever. I think it's somewhere around $4. It'll give you a couple of the albums. So it's actually 2 albums plus the 2 bonus tracks that were included in the movie. So that's kind of cool. And the early kit in says, does an electric guitar vibrate against your body when you play it like an acoustic does? Yes, it does. So as I roll my volume back on my guitar, it depends on the guitar as well too. A really good guitar. Here's a tip for you. If you're like an inexperienced musician and you go into a guitar store to buy a guitar, and I do encourage you to go to guitar stores, not online all the time, because you don't know what you're going to get. But before you plug into an amplifier, sometimes you may be intimidated anyways to plug into an amplifier. I even am. I don't go to music stores. I really don't like to plug in. I don't like people to hear me. I get an intimidation factor. At NAMM, I'll be playing, but just because I have to. Maybe not so much. I don't know. But when you play the guitar, you feel it. And if your guitar resonates very, very nice, then chances are you have a good combination of wood, metals, all that kind of stuff. So long story short, yes, you do feel it, and the more you feel it is a better thing. And someone asked earlier about me upgrading my guitar, like with like the brass blocks and stuff like that. The more you do with that as well too, the more you feel that resonance, and it connects with you. So, you know, when you could be playing on stage, you could be playing here like in a little room like I'm playing right now, and even if it was like stupid loud and I couldn't hear anything else, I could feel the guitar resonating against my body. It's a good feeling. You kind of connect with your instrument. It was a very long answer. I give the longest answers, right? So that was for the early kid in. Let me see here. Guess who else? Best audio I've heard on a stream. I thank you so very much. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm probably not going to have, I know for a fact I'm not going to have this quality audio from NAMM as far as from the hotels. We're going to be doing live streams every night. We're going to be doing a live stream the very first night we get there, Wednesday night. And Jay Palmer actually is a great YouTuber, a great guitar player, a friend of mine. He's going to come over Wednesday night right after the Gibson VIP event, which is going to be, we should be back in our hotel, which is like, we can throw a guitar pick from our hotel to the venue. So we're right there. Should be about 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is going to be late for our friends back home. Here it'll be midnight back here. But he's going to come over. Every night we'll be live. So it's just going to be like, I might have just used the webcam microphone just to keep it real simple. I'm already bringing enough camera stuff that I can't really bring extra microphones and stuff as well too. But we'll be doing a lot of pre-production stuff. We'll be shooting all kinds of videos. We'll be pumping them out as fast as we can without sacrificing quality. There's no way I'm going to be looking at every video out that I'm shooting there, because we've got between 12 and maybe 18 videos that we have to shoot that we're scheduled for with appointments. So a lot of those will be after I get back and I'm here back in the home studio for a couple days. Let me see here. Green Street Recycling says, good stuff, man. FNM Gamer says, I'm buying a used PV5150 slant 412 to use with my code 100. Does that sound like a good combo to? Yes, for sure. And if you ever upgrade your the Marshall, the code, then if you go to something else like a PV5150 or any amp, a Mesa Boogie, whatever, that cabinet is a good cabinet, a really good cabinet. Keep that cabinet for life. I had one of those, a 412. I've had several of those, and I let them go, and I really wish I hadn't. But then again, too, I wouldn't have the room to store them anymore. So I only have one 412 left here, and it's you can kind of see it a little bit in there a little bit. Hey, Guitar Hack is here. Great stream, buddy. And I didn't even realize you're a Canadian. You're in Toronto. I'm a little bit west of you. Very nice. It says, hey there, Eric. Great, really great stream. Max Carton Guitar. Thanks, Scotty G. Just noticed. Gussie Wells. How does Eric get this audio? For $19.99, I'll tell you right now. No, I still wouldn't tell you, but I'll help you. Sean Close. Okay, now the hair on the back of my head just fitting nice. Quentin James Hack. Let me see here. Early Kid in. Let me see here. I'm gonna play some more here in a second. Boost Studio says, sounding amazing, Eric. Great to be here. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna go right to the very bottom of the chat because I'm horrible for this, and I admit it all the time. I'm very, very bad for the chat. Let's go backwards. Heavy Metal Magnet is here. Horns up. The early kit ends his awesome tips and advice. Pusa Studios, Max Carton Guitar, haven't got a full Helix and I'm afraid I haven't been really tempted since getting the HX Stomp. No, you don't need it. You certainly don't need it. So if you've got the Stomp, you can do just about anything with that. You're limited to 6 blocks. But to be honest with you, we're spoiled past 6 blocks anyways. I mean, you really don't need it. So it's a good affordable investment for sure. John Cruton says, Sammy Scream here. Amber Gray's here. Nice to see you, Amber. Thank you. Nocturnal Butterfly Patreon linkage. Thank you, Nocturnal. I appreciate that. My beautiful better half, she put that, and that will tell you the tiers that you can get my music. I think it's just a $4 one, I think. And I'm sorry, I don't know. Nocturnal does all this stuff for me as far as she's my manager, and she takes care of all this stuff. A little bit out of tune. Terry's GG&G is here. Let me see here. And Nocturnal, let me know if I miss any really good questions here. I might have scrolled past. Okay, so Sonia says, are you taking a lot of equipment to NAMM? Yes. Normally, what I would be normally taking to NAMM would be, I shoot everything on DSLRs, Nikon equipment, and I've got really good glass. That's where I pride myself in with some of my glass. The glass is worth more than some of my cameras, but Nikon DSLRs, Sigma glass, the art series for people that are photographers and they know that kind of stuff. It's a really, really nice glass, 18 to 35 millimeter, which will let me do a little bit of zoom, but it's very, very sharp. I'm bringing on my lighter tripod, video tripod. I've got some extremely heavy, like 45-pound tripods, but I'm downsizing that so I have less weight on the plane. I'm trying to keep all my bags under 40 pounds, which is tough to do. And then I'm bringing a photography tripod for the secondary camera, just because I don't need to do any pans or anything. It's just gonna be for B-roll and stuff like that. So 2 DSLRs, 4 wireless Rode microphones, a couple of these guys here, Rode VideoMic Pro Pluses, just to capture. I don't use these ever for capturing audio, but they're certainly better than the camera. And if anything fails with a wireless or something, these are my backup, and they will suffice for that kind of stuff. I've got a Rode news shooter kit with wireless. Everything's wireless for me, which is good. I've got a Tascam Portastudio. Actually, no, not a Tascam Portastudio. Tascam DR60. It's a 4-track field recorder, so I can record audio to that and then out to the camera. So the nice thing is I record to the camera, I record to a field recorder. I can sync it all in post. If anything fails, I've got several backups. So even if a disaster happens, knock on wood, I've still got some fail-safe stuff. I plan on I'm bringing a couple extra hard drives with me, and I'm going to be dumping everything to the cloud as well too. So I'm really prepared for this. I've got thumbnails done for every video that I've shot or that I'm going to be shooting. Very well prepared. This is a long answer to Sonia's question. Don't ever ask me questions, because I'm going to give you an answer you don't want. It's too long. Yes, lots of gear, memory cards. I'll give you a tip. Let me see here. If you guys are looking for good rechargeable batteries, are these charged yet? Okay, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna show you something. This is a really cool tip. Now, Pusa Studios will know this, I'm sure, because being photographers. Okay, I've unplugged this. I use these Power X rechargeable batteries. Can I show you one? And I'm bringing about 32 of these, because all my Rode wirelesses use AA batteries. So I'm bringing 32 of these, and I don't even think I'm going to bring my charger now, for the sole fact that with 32 batteries, I should be pretty good. My Rode wirelesses would last pretty much all day anyways. 32 batteries, I should be good. But I use the Power X, rechargeable batteries. And then I use this, I guess it's called Maha. I got it from B&H Photo. And what's really cool about this is an 8-charger rechargeable unit. We're almost 99% of all rechargeable devices, battery chargers, where they go wrong. Let's say I load 8 batteries in this thing. Okay, and every battery is going to be drained differently. If you think all your batteries die at the same time, they don't. These 2 batteries I just took out of here, which are just for my Mac mouse, one could be like 99.7% full, and the other one could be like 70% full. So if I was to stick 8 of those batteries in there, and let's say the very first one happened to charge fully first, with all your other battery charges, it'll just say, okay, yep, charging's done. These other 7 could be anywhere dead, anywhere in between, almost fully charged. This unit here, it was somewhere around $45 US, it charges all of them individually, and it'll show you the charge level on every single battery. It's one of the best investments you can ever get, whether you've got kids with toys or photography stuff or whatever. It's well worth it. Now, the batteries are a little bit more expensive, and for photographers, the reason why I recommend these things here, the photographers will appreciate this. When you're using flashes on your camera, you want that to recycle really quickly. So you've seen a photographer take a picture, and it'll, the flash will go off, and then you hear a whine of the camera, ping, and it's winding up, whatever, and it's getting ready, it's charging up its cycle again, or the bulb, whatever, inside the flash to reshoot again. A typical Duracell battery, like even the best of the Duracell, I forget what the actual term is, but I think it's called the recycle rate, I think it is called the recycle rate. These are actually even faster than a Duracell, so I can take a picture with a camera with a flash, and I can almost take another one almost immediately. Now, the downside is they last a little less time length than a Duracell, but for photographers, there's the upscale of it. So long story short, so tons of gear, Sonia, and I'm very sorry for the people I bored you with that long answer, but that's it. And we're talking gear. It's all gear, right? Let me see here. Continue backwards a little bit. What did I miss here? Fred Siegel's here. Jason Sedites. Hey, buddy. He may not still be here. Jason did a fantastic video the other day on the Mission Engineering TT2 switch. I did one after him. His video is much better than mine, but I did one as well too. We both were sent the unit to review, and it was fun to do that and collab a little bit on it as well too. I did have to ask him a couple questions, in which he helped me as well. So he's always a great friend, and just a sounding board for each other, and we're actually flying on the same plane together, which is going to be very, very cool. So 2 Canadian brothers, along with Eric Jr. and one of Jason's friends. It's gonna be a fun trip. Looking forward to it. Let me see here. Okay, I hope I haven't missed anything. Let's do some more music, all right? And let me see, did I miss anything else here? Can you play folk songs in electric? Have you ever heard of It's with Kitty I'll Go? No, I haven't. And sure, you could play some folk songs on guitar. I can't play folk. I seriously can't. All right. And, okay, there we go. Fred Siegel says Maha chargers are great. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's do a little pretty song here. Let's do Pass You By. All right, here we go. And if I had another guitar right now, I don't want to switch guitars, but if I had one of my other guitars that were tuned up to 440 to concert pitch, it would sound a little nicer. It's a different singer on it. But we'll go with this. Here we go. Pass You By. All right, here goes. This is a fun one. This is one of those songs where you don't have to be a shredder, and it's just, not that I'm a shredder anyways, but it's really simple guitar stuff. Here we go. Thank you there, Bobby. Someone said one of the backing track was low, so I tried to bring that up, but I didn't want to bring it up too loud. It may vary a little bit. Let me see here. Yeah, Jason says looking forward to it, buddy. Me too, man. I just want to I would like to go to sleep right now and just wake up Wednesday morning next week. And I know Junior would like to do that as well too. Brad Miller, wow, I really love this song. Something about a ballad with soaring guitar is awesome. And Amber says, can I play any Tesla? I used to play a little bit of Tesla back in the day with the cover band. I for two things. One, I'll mess it up totally. And number two, all I have to do is play like 10 seconds of it and YouTube will ding, But thank you for the suggestion for sure. Actually, believe it or not, at one time I was playing my own music when the band had stuff on iTunes. I played some stuff live once, and I got a copyright strike saying copyrighted by Finding Core, and I'm like, but my band is Finding Core. I had to actually prove all kinds of documents, give photocopies of driver's license and all that kind of stuff. It was crazy. I had to prove it was my own song. Yeah, backing tracks are a bit quiet. I can bring them up a bit more for sure. Not a problem at all. Let's see what else I can throw on here. What else have I got? And I'll make sure I bring the backing tracks up. I'm sorry, Amber. What else? And let's go to the silence record. That's true. What do we got on silence? Okay, we'll try In the Sun. That's a fun one. I cannot wait to be in the sun. Cue some Van Halen. All right, we'll do some Van Halen in a second for Nocturnal Butterfly. I cannot wait to be in the sun in California, so that is what we're going to do here. We're going to play some In the Sun, and I'll see if I can get the backing track relatively louder. Okay, here we go. So I'm getting some requests for some Van Halen from Nocturnal. So I don't know if I'm in tune with it, with the backing track. Let's find out. Let's find out. I got to find out where these are. Virus and threat protection. I think my computer just got a virus. Namthrax. That's one thing I'm not coming back with. Okay, let's find out. I know I have it here. Let's find it here. Guitar video stuff at Jam Tracks. Is that it? No, bear with me. Pulling everything off my drive. Okay, this might be it. Let's see if I'm in tune with it. I don't know if I'm going to be, and I haven't practiced this in a while. I feel kind of really bad even doing this. And we don't want to have the pitch detune for this one. So this is what's really cool about this one preset I'm using called Dirty VH on the Helix. So as you hear, I've got this gymongous plate reverb. So turn that off. Okay, now I'll put the reverb back on, but I've got what I call Ain't Talking About Love echo, which is a tape echo, and I hate delays going to the front of an amplifier. I hate it with every fiber and blood cell of my being, but back in the day, that's all you could do. They didn't have loops on the amplifiers back then, and that's what Eddie would do, is a tape echo to the front of the amplifier. So here's what I got. This would sound like... It's very in your face, but when you start playing it, you don't really hear it. And then, of course, I've got a flanger, as Quentin would know, and some of you guys, and Jason Sedites, on the Helix, which is really cool, is make your Helix momentary. So the flanger will only make the effect as long as my foot is on the pedal. So if I'm doing something like this... So that's kind of neat, and I would hate it normally. So let's turn that echo off, and let's go back to what I call eruption delay. So where a lot of people go wrong with Van Halen's, they think he's got all kinds of delay on there. So eruption delay, first of all, go back to my modern delay. Okay, listen to what I got here. Very subtle. Just a slight echo. I like that for... Okay, but eruption delay is even less. Watch this. It's very, very subtle. Actually, let's actually go to my eruption patch. And the secret is just don't rush it. Don't rush it. Show you a little trick with that, because I messed it up there, and I know where I messed up, and I'm aware of it, and I'm comfortable with messing it up, because that means next time I got to try it again. An eruption is like falling down the stairs, and any guitar player will tell you this. When you play eruption, you are going to fall down the stairs. You just have to look on the stairs where you're going to pick yourself up. You got 10 stairs you're going to fall down. You could pick, you're going to fall at the second stair, and you got to try to recover yourself before you get down to the bottom and break your neck or whatever. I always do that. It's like a little subliminal thing I do. I try to pick myself up somewhere. Little tricks in that thing where it's not a fast piece, and I was playing it way too fast. little things that are so beautiful in there, like this part here. Let me get rid of the phaser for a second so you can hear a little bit more. And just practice that part all over and over and over again. And even this part, do it slow. See, I did that wrong too. Doing it wrong still. Pick your spot where you want to come out. We're going to see if that Running with the Devil is in tune. If I'm not in tune with it, I'll have to skip it. And I haven't played this in a long time. One of the easier Van Halen ones, and it will probably mess it up. Doesn't sound like I'm in tune. I might be. Close enough. Lots of mistakes, but had fun, so that's all that matters. That was fun. That's solo. It's Eddie's stuff, even the easiest stuff, is hard. I always have a hard time with that. He does that a lot, actually. He does that. That's a trick of his. All right, we're going to be wrapping up here in a second. Let me see here. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Thank you, Amber. All right, you know what we're going to try to do? We could always try this, but I'm not going to play this one. I don't do this one very well anymore. I've actually got the pretty close EVH flanger in Helix. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll do a little bit of this one. I've been really embarrassed to do this one. I haven't done this for a long time. And let's see if I'm tuned with it. Some of these things are tuned up to concert pitch where Van Halen isn't. We'll try it. Godspeed. Kind of butchered that one, but I haven't done that in like probably 12 years. All the way through anyways. Let's go back up to E. We're going to be wrapping up here in a second. We'll go up and say goodnight to the little man. He's going to bed. Let's try this. The tapping part. That's a crazy thing. It's crazy. All right, one last song, and we are going to call it a night. This is a long broadcast. I can't believe how long I went. I'm pumped for NAMM. That's why we're doing this. That's why I'm doing this. All right, let's go back here again for a second. Bear with me here. One last song. Oh, it crashed. No, say no on that one. Band songs, where are we at? What can we do? All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to rock it out with one that I've already played, possibly. Let me see here. Pardon me. Band songs. Okay, we're going to rock it out with Runaway. All right, we're going to drop down to D. It's going to be the last song for the evening, and we'll see you guys real soon after this. Here we go. Godspeed. Just before we go, just because Jim Dales asked for it here, he says somewhere he asked about something from A Different Kind of Truth. Where did I see that? Thank you, Sonia, for their very kind words. Somewhere I saw him ask about Different Kind of Truth. I got to be careful with that because that's the only stuff with Van Halen I have trouble with copyright because it's different publishing. How should I say? Yeah, it is a different publishing company. With the old catalog and with that new record, it's different publishing. So I'm going to be very careful what I play of this. God forbid I get a copyright strike on this one. This is the only one I'm going to get a copyright strike. But yeah, I do know some of the Different Kind of Truth. She's a Woman, one of my favorite songs. So we got, it kind of starts off something like this. And then the old demos would be like... a little bit of everything. I'm Sucking Wind is here. Oh, Blood and Fire. Yeah, I don't know that one anymore. I knew a little tiny bit of it, Jim. But yeah, I probably already got copyright flagged. It's a story for another day, but I can pretty much play anything from Van Halen 1 through the Van Halen first album through everything except Different Kind of Truth, and it gets into different publishing rights, so I got to be careful with that one. So hopefully I didn't even get a copyright strike on that one. We'll see as soon as I get done this stream. So listen, everybody, I'm going to jump off the air here. Thank you so very, very much. Let's tune back over to this. I didn't see Pusa Studios. They posted in the chat. I'm on their show tomorrow night. It'd be really cool. Come and check that out. Just look for their name in the chat here. Scroll back, look for them. It's going to be a fun show. I think it's 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern time tomorrow. I will post it tomorrow on Facebook, and I'll even put something on the YouTube community page here as well to let you guys know when we're live. So it's going to be kind of cool. I'm going to be on a different show. I'm not used to it. Let me see here. Anyways, we will see you tomorrow, tomorrow night sometime. We'll see you Friday night as well, too. And we will go from there. See you next time. It's going to be NAMM around the corner, just around the corner. Talk to you real soon. Until next time, cheers.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I'm playing Wolfgang guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by vanhalenstore.com.